Hey everyone, I still haven't found a spot to wash the under chassis of the RV, but not giving up. Eventually I will. Today getting back on the road, and I'm not really filming this place because I've already stayed here, although it's been a few years. So I want to let you know, Labonte Park, about 20 miles north of Corpus Christi, still allows free overnight parking here for 3 nights. You just register over at City Hall, 3rd floor, get a little ticket. I stayed here 1 night, but you can stay up to 3 if you want, and then get back on the road. And it's a really nice boondocking park along the water, popular for fishing. There's been people fishing. I haven't seen them pull any fish out, but this is my view right outside my door last night. So really good little reset. It's time to start putting on some miles north though. Like I said, got important stuff going on up in Livingston, so be my last official trip to Livingston for the year 2020. Yeah. Just gonna make one more quick cup of coffee and we'll hit the road. Yeah, I've been driving all day. I'm just exhausted. I'm about ready to give up and do the rest tomorrow morning. But yeah, this is not owned by Wigwam. Well, Route 66, but still looks pretty old, right? Look at that. The old neon teepee motel. And random arrows sticking out of the ground. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're cute. I like them. I don't even know if they're open. I do see they've been modernized with some air conditioners and, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, different. I gotta go find some sleeping accommodations. My eyes are starting to get heavy. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm about 35 miles from home. My P.O. box, my legal home in Livingston, Texas. By the way, that TP Motel, I got a little bit more information last night. It had opened in the 1940s, had nothing to do with the Wigwams. It's just it was a privately built and shut down for a little bit, was purchased and reopened and refurbished in 2006. To save a little piece of Americana, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. The first thing we're going to do in Livingston is get Miranda and the motorcycle inspected. Before I can get the RV and the motorcycle registered for the year, they both have to be inspected, which is not an emissions test. They're going to look at, tire tread and the functionality of the brakes and the windshield wiper condition, and I guess your turn signals and everything. Make sure the vehicles are roadworthy. I've heard that it's not that big a deal. It only costs $7 to do per year. Jax and I will wait outside, I guess, while they do their thing. I'll probably have to unhook the motorcycle too, but we shall see. That is step 1. And in order to get your vehicle inspected in Texas, you have to have 2 things. You have to have current registration, and you have to show them proof of insurance at the inspection station. So you need those 2 things in order to get inspected. That's where we're headed first this morning. Pretty painless there with the inspection. Both Miranda the Marauder and Roxy the Rebel passed with flying colors on the first try. It is really painless. Like I said, they're not doing emissions. They're just checking basic components. And if you get denied, you got to come back the next day and pay another $7 per inspection. And I guess some of the most popular reasons why you'll fail is because a lot of people have blinkers or lights that are out. So these are some things you can check before you waste $7 in a day, right? Because you can't come back that day. You got to wait 24 hours. So light bulbs, headlights, the condition of your windshield wipers, make sure they're rubber and they're not cracked, and tire tread. You're not going to pass it if you don't have a certain amount of tread on those tires. So luckily, these are only about a year old now. So good with that. Next step for registering the RV and the motorcycle for the years are going to be to take my, again, registration, insurance, proof of insurance, and my 2 inspection pass things into the Polk County Tax Office, which is another street over. I had to park over here. You guys didn't tell me I had subscribers behind me. A lot of us have our home base here in Livingston, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, more on the other part and how much everything costs here once I get parked. All right, I got a little RV slip over here at my home in Livingston, Texas at Rainbow's End. So I'm gonna be here a couple days. Got a couple more packages coming in with some projects. But yeah, it's I have a funny story to finally tell you about with my Texas plates. I definitely wanted to get some custom plates back in November, but YouTube was taken in Texas, and nomadic. Every which way I tried to do it, I couldn't get something nostalgic that I had had before in Washington or South Dakota. So I eventually decided to go with something really funny. And I'm just going to tell you this story in case you're interested, because getting personalized plates in Texas has not been the same, even close to the same as Washington State or South Dakota. Texas does have an online thing where you can type in what you're thinking about and it'll tell you whether or not it's available. Okay, cool. But unlike Washington and South Dakota, when you apply and get approved that same day and pay at the office, you get a paper temporary that has the new vanity plate. You put the paper one on until the next one comes in, and that'll come to your house. Well, Texas, and at least Polk County here, the only way they do it is once it gets made, it gets sent to the tax office, and you got to pick it up there, and then they register it to the vehicle that it goes to. But anyway, the process through my plates here in Texas, well, here, I'll just show you option 1 in November. This is what I tried to get in November. Something funny. There's nothing necessarily inappropriate about that, and I didn't even see a problem. I just laughed. And I figured if you don't know what those last 3 letters are, then it's not going to be offensive to you. You're not going to have a problem with it. Well, anyway, about 4 weeks later, towards the end of December, it got declined, and they told me the reason. It's inappropriate, bad language, foul, this, that. I'm like, oh. I probably should have saw that coming. So then I decided to play it safe. I really wanted a custom one, enter it in, and then I found a really good one that was just simple, and it was this. And so I ordered that one, like I said, end of December. And when I was coming back here to Livingston, to take care of the bank stuff and everything, I figured it was going to be here waiting. I hadn't heard from it. It took a little longer. It took 5 weeks to decline this one. I had to call and ask. I was so confused. And she gave me the rule, and she said that stating a gender on a license plate in Texas is offensive to other genders. Excuse me? Male, female, his, her, he, him, all of those. If you state he, you're offending all the she's in Texas. This one really weirded me out at first. I can see this happening back home in Washington State, maybe even in California. But how can your born gender be offensive to another gender? So it falls into this category of gender, race, religion, and political beliefs and stuff like that. So this was news for me, and I did talk to somebody there at the office, and I couldn't believe it, but they said that, here's another stat that's mind-boggling. That office that processes custom plates in the state of Texas declines over 400,000 plates per year. That number is staggering. I did not even know that, first of all, that many people applied each year, let alone that many people got declined every single year. And I just accounted for 2 more. I waited till January to apply again for a new plate, and that one was a little more simple, a little more making sure that I couldn't possibly offend anybody in the state of Texas, hopefully. And I'm really happy with it. RV Nomad. Definitely different than anything I've had in the past. Explains what I'm driving and what I'm doing, and it's something new that I can remember Texas by for years and years and years to come. So, I got the new plates installed on the front and the back of the RV, looking good. I definitely like the classic black a lot better than the white, like the motorcycle. That's what it would have looked like, and technically it still would have looked good on the back because you got the white up here that's filthy right now. But I prefer the black, personally. And there is an extra cost for that. Like any other state, it costs $100 extra to apply for the plate initially, and I think it's going to be like an extra $80 on top each year to renew it. My total out the door today, just giving you this for reference in case your state's different, but to register the RV for another full year and to register the motorcycle and get that custom plate in there was $306. So $306 every February or March-ish. Yeah. Not too bad. I think it could be worse in other states. I don't know for sure. But hey, we're good now. It is very humid outside. I'm going to do a little indoor project. Let me show you this. And of course, I've got packages here and more packages coming. So I'll just keep you updated on that. But first of all, some projects inside the RV. If you remember Yoda, I really have started to miss my indoor LED lights. So I got a case of these. 32.5 feet of LED strip lighting. Same type of stuff, but this time I'm not just going to be doing a strip inside. I got, here, I'll show you. The adapter that came with it has a plug for another strip right here. I was also thinking to just swap this right back out the awning hole here, and later on it'll all be on the same system. But I made my first left-hand turn there. And we come around like this and we make another turn. I'll show you. There's what the little adapters look like once you plug them in and seal them up. And then we go back here along the wall, make another turn, and this is as far as I've got right now. Because you got to be really careful about the corners, and I got to come out a little farther to go this way. Do a fade, it'll go from red to green to back to blue, and go through that. So I got some mood lighting in the RV. These ones aren't waterproof though, so later on I may be able to get some waterproof ones for underneath the awning outside also. It works really well for those night Starlapses and stuff like that. Also just something a little different than an outdoor light, so yeah, looks good. Anyway, here's what it looks like from outside. It's on slow fade, kind of cycling through all the different colors. I don't know, it's nice to have a little mood change in there. The fast blinking I don't like, but the slow version, I like it. It's calm, it's peaceful. That's all I can do for the next 3 days. We still have my little mini rain cloud following us. I upgraded my umbrella though. Let's see if you can see it. It's a clear vinyl umbrella. And the reason for that is, if I want to film outside, having a dark, colored umbrella will make the image even darker. And it's already dark because it's cloudy and overcast outside, so the clear umbrella may work. But I have outdoor projects that obviously I just can't do. I also talked a little bit ago about the rain that's in this area, like double the rain in Houston and Livingston than back in Seattle, Washington. And the reason why it's so much more amplified, it rains pretty much every day in the winter, but all of that rain, that 60 inches of rain that's here, versus the 38 that's in Seattle, Washington, the rainiest city. Yeah, right. I don't believe it anymore. Texas is much rainier. And in the wintertime, it puts the entire 60 inches in a matter of like 4 months. So that's why it rains every single day in Texas. And it may not be the best place anymore to winter. I definitely miss Florida. But I'm just going to be doing some deep cleaning in the RV the next few days, and when I get a big enough, like a 5 or 6 hour break in the rain, I'll finish my outdoor projects and get out of here. I'll keep updating you guys. Hope you're well. See you next time. Bye-bye.